Good morning, everyone. Jerry here. It is 7 o'clock on Sunday morning, and I'm here to do the question and answer time. So if you got a question, please call the number there, and I'm going to put you live on the show. Remember, you do not need to give your name or a picture of you or anything. Simply call the number, and you can ask me a question, and I'll do my best to answer it for you. If you don't want to call in, but you still have a question, you can put it under chat right there. Here, I'll put a chat up here. Just put the phone number up there, just so you can see where the chat is. And there's the chat. So if you have a phone call, please do call. In the meantime, if we'll wait a couple of minutes here just to see if anyone joins in and start asking questions. If no one's asking questions, I will just do a small presentation. And what I'm going to do is I was checking how many pictures I have of French Polynesia yeah, sometime earlier in the week. And I'm going to go there. I have 57,000 pictures that I've taken or video in French Polynesia. So there's not too much that I have not seen there and taken a picture of. Again, Zell and I, long before one of the things we did uh, prior to everything else is we would take pictures for cruise lines there for their marketing and social media stuff. So I have a lot of pictures and so forth. So anyhow, remember, I'm ready to take questions here. You can simply give a call in there, 1-800, I'm sorry, 1-805-320-0930. And let's give it one more minute here. And if not, then I'm going to go ahead and do some type of presentation here, at least for, 20 minutes or something like that. But hopefully people are going to call in. That's the whole idea, is for everyone to call in. Hopefully you can hear me fine. If somebody is out there listening or watching, if you can just give me a little chat saying that you're hearing me okay, that would be wonderful. So anyhow, let's see here. Just want to make sure. I'm going to check one more thing here. Technically here, let's see. We got volume there, and we got that there, and we should be good to go there. Okay. So let's move on here. And I just pulled stuff up random today because you know I have them all slotted in different files from different years and different islands and so forth like that. But today, I guess we're gonna deal with Bora Bora here. Everyone loves going to Bora Bora. It doesn't matter if you're doing it by cruise or land-based or whatever, or for a pre or post cruise. We all love looking at Bora Bora. So this is a picture I took few years back. This is leaving the lagoon of Taha, and you can just sort of see just how beautiful it is and so forth, looking across the ocean there over to Bora Bora, which is 13 miles away. Mount Otumano is 13 miles away. Let's see here. Let me check one more thing here. Okay, I'm good. Hopefully you guys can hear me. It sort of looks like it's a little lagging here, but it looks like we should be able to do it here. Anyhow, no one's watching yet. So let's move on to the next picture here. Okay, this is approaching Bora Bora in the early morning there. Mount Otumano there and the sunset just coming up. This is aboard the Paul Gauguin, and I am up in the secret balcony there, and we're just coming into the lagoon here. These are the markers right here. The ship goes through those two markers right there and into the lagoon. Just beautiful. I love getting up early, getting my cup of coffee, getting my camera and so forth. And oh, we got someone watching. Good. Hey, if someone is, thanks for the thumbs up. That means you can hear me too. Or I'm assuming you can hear me without, you would not give me a thumbs up if you couldn't hear me. Let's move on to the next picture here. This is aboard the Paul Gauguin again, early morning. The sunrise is just about to happen here. And I love the silhouette of the mountain and so forth. It's just stunning and so forth. This is up obviously on deck 8, the full deck. The Paul Gauguin does have more shade over here that they added here this last dry dock here, which is very cool. Let's see, somebody says, yes, I can hear you. Thank you, I really appreciate that. And let's move on. Remember, if you got a question, you can do it by text, or I prefer if you just call in and I'll put you live on the air here and you can ask your question. Let's see. Another picture in the early morning light. Yep, early morning light there. This is aboard the Paul Gauguin again. You can see my cup of coffee on the rail. Yeah, no one's up bothering you or anything like that, or I should say bothering me taking pictures. I got the whole place to myself. And again, you get these stunning pictures. Remember, the best time of day to take pictures is early morning, right when the crack of the sun's coming up. And as the sun is creeping over the horizon in the evening, you get those stunning colors, just fabulous there. Let's see here. Just a big picture of Mount Otumano here. And of course, the marinas over here by Tapi. This is all by Tapi in here and so forth. Just beautiful. And let's see, let's move on here. And this is looking from the tender drop-off location. Let me pull my microphone just a little closer so you can hear me a little bit better. This is the Paul Gauguin there sitting in the lagoon. And just look at that, just stunning, just stunning. And that's how close the ship's able to get to the tender drop-off location, all of about a 3-minute drive, or we should say cruise across the lagoon there. Thank you for enjoying the photos. I appreciate that. And let's move forward here. Let's see. This is taken up, let's see, on the east side, up by Heroes Rock, east side of the main island of Bora Bora. What you're looking at here in the distance, this is Raiatea over here, and this is Taha, looking back 13 miles over to the island of Taha. This is the eastern lagoon of Bora Bora, just absolutely beautiful again. And this is from the west side, above Bloody Mary's. And the ship is in the background right there. And this is the high school, if we want to call it over here. But I'm right down here is Bloody Mary's. Just look at that, just beautiful. Look at the blue colors, just can't ever get enough of Bora Bora here. And this is taken right in front of Bloody Mary's. This is their pier, which now all of this over here, over this last year, they've added a bunch of overwater bungalows, and Bloody Mary should be opening again here. If it's not open yet, it should be opening shortly here. But they've added a whole boutique resort there with overwater bungalows. Beautiful. Let's see. This is on the northwest side of Bora Bora. One of the beaches there, some of the homes. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong. This is Matera Beach. Right in front of where they drop you off. A lot of times the ships will have supplied a shuttle to go to and from the marina over to Matera Beach, which is absolutely beautiful. Look at that. And over here, just so you know, this is Bora Bora Beach Club right here. Fabulous food, very reasonable. Look at that. This is taken from Heroes Rock. This is actually Heroes Rock on the east side of the lagoon here. You can start seeing some of the overwater bungalows from some of the major resorts over here. But this is the east side of the lagoon of Bora Bora. Again, this is Raiatea, and over here is Taha. No one's calling in yet. Okay, keep going. Another angle from up there. This is taken up at Heroes Rock again, and there's again Taha. Some other of the resorts. I don't know which ones these are here, but they all start looking sort of similar here. But a lot of people don't know from Heroes Rock, you can actually walk down. There's a trail, and right here, if you look, that's a cannon, and that's a cannon, and that's a pillbox right there. You actually can walk there for the day, which is very cool. And it's pretty neat out there. I've taken the pictures of the cannons from out in the lagoon, and maybe we'll have a picture of it here shortly. Let's see. There, that's taken from Heroes Rock again. And those are the cannons, and there's the pillbox and so forth. You can see some people there. They walk down the trail. So This is all from the World War II cannons. Now, a lot of people don't know this. There's three sets of cannons on Bora Bora, and they're all installed there during World War II. But these cannons come from a World War One. No, not a battleship. It is a cruiser, a World War One cruiser. They took it off the ship and mounted these in three different locations on the island of Bora Bora. Each three of the sets have two cannons and a pillbox. Let's see here. This is going up to one of the cannon locations here on the north side. It was a muddy day and tough to get up there a little bit. You can just see how difficult it is. You know, the Jeep has the 4x4 truck has to really sort of work hard to get us up there and so forth. And I think we sort of dragged our rear end a little bit too. But it can be a little fun trip getting up to the cannons. This is taken from the cannon location up on the northwest side of the main island of Bora Bora. This over here is the channel you come in, or the ships come in through, and they usually go to the left here over by the marina and so forth. But that is the Motu as you're coming through. Now, a lot of people don't know this. If you look really carefully right here, there's an island way out there. It's actually about 30 miles away. It is the island of Mopiti, which again, not a lot of tourism over there. I've thought about going over there just for a pre-cruise stay, just to check it out. One thing that they do say is they like their privacy. They don't really like tourism over there. So again, if you do plan on going over, just know the people might be a little cold over there. Not as inviting as when you're in the Society Islands or going out to the Tuamotus. They're a little bit more reclusive, and they just don't like tourism too much. Let's move on. And here's one of the cannons again on the northwest side of the lagoon. And again, yes, this was a marketing picture for the Polga can. And she sits there beautifully in the lagoon. And there's one of the World War II cannons right there. If you were to just this area right, let's see, right here is the private beach for the Polga can right here, the private lagoon, I should say. When you're driving around the islands, there's all sorts of little boutiques for shopping and so forth. This is where you can get a Paro. There's several places around the island. This is one of the bigger ones, which again is on the northwest side of the main island. And just beautiful. They make them right there. These are not Chinese knockoffs. These are the real McCoy, and they make them right there. And you can see actually them making them. This is taken across the street from that little Paro shop right there, another angle of Mount Otumano, which reminds me, one of the neat things about out going around the lagoon of Otumano, and most all of the vendors, they will circumnavigate, the lagoon vendors, they will circumnavigate the island of, the main island there of Bora Bora. And so as you go around the lagoon, you'll notice that every place you look, as you travel around, the view of Mount Otumano changes. It's really sort of neat. It looks different from different angles of the lagoon. There's another angle here. This is taken from the lagoon over by the close to the Moana Resort, and this is at Mount Otumano again. This here is the Sofitel Motu, which is now closed. Again, they refurbished this about, I don't know, 8-10 years ago. I was there right there during the refurbishment. It was absolutely beautiful. But last time I was there, which again, I was there 3 times this year, they have closed that Sofitel Motu right there. Just beautiful. This is the snorkeling location just to the back side of the Sofitel Motu. This is where most of the vendors go. As you can see, a lot of vendor boats out there. And you can see a group of people out here snorkeling. This is absolutely one of the best places to snorkel on the entire island of Bora Bora. Lots of fish, some octopus, some eels, which you don't want to feed. I'm on a pontoon boat. I rented a pontoon boat for the day, and we are anchored here, and I'm going to go snorkeling over here. let's see here. This is taken from my pontoon boat I had rented. This is on the east side or the southeast side of the Laguna Bora Bora. This is another area we've done excursions at right here, private with private excursions and so forth. Absolutely beautiful from over here, and the view of Mount Otumato is superb. Again, if you have a question, you can simply call me 805-320-0930. This is again taken the similar area, the southeast side of Bora Bora. And I've gone to this beach many, many times right here, which is just a beautiful beach. Great way to spend the afternoon. Not a lot of snorkeling right here, but some great places just to hang out in the water, stay warm, and enjoy the view. This is the pontoon boat we had rented with another couple, and we can see where it is raining like crazy. But we made the best of it, and it looks like it didn't stop us from having a good time. And this is on the east side of the Laguna Bora Bora. There's the pontoon boat. Again, this is the Sofitel Motu. This is the snorkeling location. This is right after the rain you just saw there. All the vendor boats, they had split. So we had the whole place to ourselves. Again, sometimes waiting out the storm, as we say. You get lots of beautiful things to look at, and you get it usually almost all to yourself. We packed a little lunch and took some cooler with us and made a great day of it. This is again from the marina on Bora Bora, looking back towards the fog again, getting towards the sunset of the day. This is taken from the Moana Resort, which is on the southern part of the island of Bora Bora. This is the Valley High, and this is the Sofitel right here, and this is the little marina here at the Moana Resort, which I like. I like the Moana Resort simply because it's very Polynesian, has a lot of Polynesian vibe. Let's move on here. Just taken from their little marina again there at the Moana. A couple of birds, they're out there fishing. Again, in the background is the Sofitel Resort. This is the Moana Beach, and they got their overwater bungalows. Again, in the background is Taha and Raiatea, and the beach is beautiful, small, but a beautiful beach. And again, one of the most Polynesian vibe resorts, or the major resorts on the island of Bora Bora. This is just their around their pool area. Their pool is up here. You can grab some lunch and so forth. A beautiful setting here at the Moana Resort. That's the pool at the Moana Resort. The waterfall, just beautiful, beautiful resort. Again, not as luxurious as some of the other ones across the lagoon. But another thing I like about the Moana is the location. The location is around a lot of, within walking distance, there's a half a dozen places to eat, some boutique places to go shopping, a lot of places to rent play toys and things for the day. You're in walking distance of Matera Beach, which is right across the road from here, and there's a grocery store within walking distance. So it's a great location. When you go out on the other the resorts out on the lagoon, across the lagoon and so forth, yes, they're beautiful, and they got usually a better view, obviously, of Mount Otumato, but you're isolated. You are there. You are going to eat there. You're going to enjoy everything there, and it's a little harder to get over to the main island. They will take you over there. Usually, there's a charge. Sometimes, if you're staying at the Intercontinental Resort there, the Thalasso. This is a sister property. They have a shuttle between the two, and they will take you over to this resort, even though you're staying at the Thalasso. So you can go, go to the store, go shopping, hit some other restaurants and things like that. A little bit more difficult on the other resorts there on the outside, on the Motus there on the east side. This is just another view of Mount Otumato from the Moana. Again, this is the Sofitel, the Mai Tai Resort. This is their outside dining area there at the Moana. I got a lot of pictures of the Moana. Hopefully you don't mind here. Got to get back to cruising here. Again, if you got a question, 805 320 0930. This again, their small little beach area, their overwater bungalows there, some play toys and so forth. I love this resort. Just another view of the overwater bungalows of the Moana. In the background here is the Sofitel Motu, and again, the snorkeling area over here. This is taken from the Thalasso Resort, the Intercontinental Thalasso. Stunning view of Mount Otumano there. A lot of photo opportunities around this resort. There's has my name on it, that hammock. Yes, I know, you can borrow it. Look at the view there as you're just sitting there in a hammock with a fufu drink and looking at the view of Mount Otumano. Just beautiful. This is at the Thalasso again. This is a swinging bed right here. You can just lay in there and go back and forth with someone just giving you a little push or a little nudge. But look at the view again of Mount Otumano. This is inside one of the overwater bungalows at the Thalasso, taken from the bed. It's taken from the deck or whatever we want to say at one of the overwater bungalows there. Lots of shade, beautiful views again of the mountain. Just another angle of the mountain, Mount Otumano from the Thalasso. This is the little wedding chapel at the Thalasso. Man, you're getting lots of stuff of the resorts here. And again, this is supposed to focus on cruising in French Polynesia. But again, interestingly enough, most people that I know, especially that I'm on a cruise with, they usually stay at places like this for 3 days pre-cruise and so forth. They go out to Bora Bora, or they go over to Moorea and enjoy one of the resorts. Again, taken from the deck there from one of the overwater bungalows at the Thalasso. This is the private Motu beach for the Paul Gauguin. Again, they have a little actually what it is, a little cooler there. Usually it has some water and some soda and some beer. Maybe there's a bag of pretzels kicking around, but there is no big bar or restaurant set up out here. The ship is out here. It takes about 25 minutes by the beacher to bring you over here. They put the play toys there to enjoy the day. You see here, she's walking on the water here. You can just lay in the water right here near about 2.5 feet of water, just basking in the sun, enjoying the fabulous view. By the way, this view right here, this is historically going back 2 or 3 decades when you would go to a travel agent and they would give you a brochure of Bora Bora. This is typically the vantage point that they took the picture of Bora Bora. This is fabulous. This is really cool to just go out there and enjoy just the location. Again, historically, this is the view they took during the brochures. And this is, again, the private Motu there for the Paul Gauguin, little Crescent Cove right here. You can see, again, people just sitting out here enjoying the afternoon and so forth. Just beautiful beach, beautiful beach. And again, this is just the water there, the multi-hue. You look at all the different shades of blue, Mount Otumano, the Paul Gauguin, and the distance there. Just that's what's the Laguna Bora Bora is famous because of all the different colors. Just fabulous. And this is on board the Paul Gauguin, and we're in the Laguna Bora Bora. And this is we are leaving Bora Bora, heading probably towards Moorea. So as we're leaving Bora Bora, which Mount Otumano is in the background, of course, the band's playing, the people are dancing and having a good time up on the pool deck. This is one of my favorite bar guys on the Paul Gauguin. It was just a beautiful sunset, I had my camera, had a good off-camera flash going, just snapping pictures. That's one of the things I sort of always enjoy doing is when I'm around people that I'm going with, I love taking sunset pictures of them and so forth. Anyhow, that is the show for today, and we don't have any questions. I'll give a little opportunity. If you have a question, you can give it by chat there if you want, or you can call in and I'll put you right on the air right now live. Again, it'd be nice if there was people here to ask questions because when people ask questions, I'm able to give answers, and it may be answers that you're going to go, I never thought of that. I'm glad somebody asked that question. And that's the nice thing about doing these live shows is because somebody ask a question, I give an answer, and everyone gets to benefit by hearing that answer. So anyhow, let's see. We're going on 26 minutes. I'm going to give it 4 more minutes here just to see if anyone's got a question, and and if we don't have anything by 7:30, I'm going to go eat breakfast. So let's just give it a little bit here. Let's see. Let me, I can do one other thing here. Let's close this down. Let's go over to something else here. Let's go. As you can see, how many files I have here. It just goes on and on and on. Let's see here. I already came over there. I don't want to do that one yet. But let's see. What do we got here? Yeah, let's throw a few pictures up here just while we're waiting here. This is taken on the island of Fakrava. This is over by the Blue Lagoon. Just look at that. This is where we wait up and we walk underneath the palm trees, and in the distance back here, this is the Blue Lagoon. It is really nicknamed the swimming pool by the locals. Let's see, what do we got here? Thank you, Jerry. Will you be focusing on a different aspect of the cruise and ports each Sunday? Yes, the idea again here, Scrape Creator. If you have a question, call in and I will answer that question. But in the meantime, while we're waiting to see if anyone's got a question, I will share a different file. And again, I can never run out of pictures. I got tens of thousands of them and so forth. So each week I will focus on um, a different island or a different subject and so forth. Let's see your next question. I will share with you our cruise group. Okay. Uh, again, okay. You share with me our group. Okay, that would be fine. Um, any other questions today? You got me all to yourself today, Scrape Creator. So here, I'll throw one more picture while we're waiting a couple more minutes here. This is my vendor right here, again, leaving his Motu area where we have a nice barbecue and so forth. This is um, everyone that I was hanging with for the day. I recognize a lot of people in there. But just look at that. Again, it's one of these locations where you can just plop in the water again and just have a foo-foo drink. And one thing I always sort of enjoy doing is I always bring some bubbly with me. I always have bottles of champagne so I can share with everyone as we're enjoying some of these places, either on Fakrava or Rangiroa or Bora Bora sometimes, or over in Atutaki in the Cook Islands. Just love it. This is, yep, this is again the Blue Lagoon on Fakrava, and just look at that, just beautiful, just beautiful. So let's see, any other things here? And let's kill another picture here. And that's my buddy. And let's close this down and go to the next one. Yeah, let's just share a little in town here. Let's see, it's the Paul Gauguin sitting there, of course. I'm on the tender, and this is on the island of Fakrava. Just a beautiful full flora up there, just beautiful flowers. My wife likes to take pictures of the flowers. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. And it's just everywhere. Hmm. Oh, look at the bougainvillea. Just stunning, especially against the blue sky there, which is, again, part of good photography. uh, and this is the Catholic Church here in Faprava, their little courtyard along next to the church and so forth. Beautiful church, by the way. That's the front of it. I was carrying a statue of my, little tiki guy here. It weighed about 25 pounds. I lugged it around everywhere while I was walking in town because I just thought it was fun to take pictures of him at different locations and so forth around the island of Faprava. This is inside the church, and I know some of you have seen pictures of the church and so forth here on Faprava. This is my rendition of the inside. Again, love taking pictures. Again, being a professional photographer, I always have a good camera with me and looking for that right light and everything else. This is on Faprava again, past the church going down the road and the Balgogan in the background there. Again, just walking along the road here and just looking at the way of life there. Everything's much slower there, which is one thing that's lovely, but it always takes a couple of days as you come into the island of Tahiti and wherever. That's why I always recommend taking a couple of days pre-cruise just to catch your legs again and catch up and get on Tahitian time and hopefully slow into the pace, which is a lot slower. And it takes a while because everything's so fast, especially for us that are in the United States or North America. We go boom, 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 boom. Here, they just enjoy the moment, slow down, and enjoy it. Again, the ship in the background there. There's only 806 people that live on the island of Faprava. People don't know that. And again, some of these ships come in for just a season or as they're coming from the west coast to California, maybe heading to Australia and so forth. They're huge ships. Some of these will come in the island of Faprava and they got 2,500 passengers. But there's only 806 people that live on the island. So how many people on that ship do you think are going to get a great day out on the lagoon? Not too many. The only way to really enjoy French Polynesia is by small ship. And meaning small ship, I'm meaning under 700 passengers, preferably even smaller in the 300 passenger range, okay, 200 to 300 passenger range. Because again, they don't put such an impact on the island that people will always be able to usually get a vendor or find something to do and so forth. But when you come through on the big ships, you're not going to really enjoy French Polynesia the way it's supposed to be enjoyed. A little nurse shark here. And again, this is Faprava. Anyhow, I am going to call it a day, and we will do this again next Sunday. Let me just put my mug up here, and there we go. And so, again, just get used to it. And again, the whole idea is to let you have an opportunity to ask questions. And if you got a question, I'll do my best to answer it. And again, while we're waiting for phone calls or questions via text or by the call in, I will share some of my files. Again, I can do this for years and never run out of material to show you and so forth. Anyhow, you all have the rest of your Sunday. Enjoy it. And, we're in the holiday season right now. I know football's going on and basketball now, and we're in the midst of, as we say, the busiest time of year. So enjoy your holidays. And again, I'll see you next Sunday at 7 o'clock Pacific time right here on my YouTube channel. Talk to you later. Bye bye.